It started with a reflection, not a knock, not a shadow, a reflection. And the worst part? It wasn't outside. It was inside the glass. When I moved into the house on Alder Street, I thought I'd finally upgraded. Quiet neighborhood, clean sidewalks, identical lawns trimmed within an inch of perfection. The kind of place where nothing bad ever happens. The realtor mentioned the large living room window like it was a selling point. Lots of natural light. She didn't mention what it reflects at night. The first week was normal, unpacking, ordering takeout, learning the creaks of the house. By night, the streetlights cast a dull amber glow across the living room window. When the lights were on inside, the glass acted like a mirror. One night, I passed by it on my way to the kitchen. I saw myself, and someone standing behind me. I turned instantly. Nothing there. I looked back at the window. Just me. I laughed it off. Brain filling in patterns. Too much caffeine. Moving stress. But the brain doesn't invent detail like that. I remembered it clearly. Pale face. Too still. Too close. The second time, I didn't turn around. I froze. It was faint, almost blending with my reflection, standing directly behind my right shoulder. Its eyes weren't looking at me. They were looking at the glass, like it was watching itself. I slowly stepped to the left. My reflection moved. The face did not. It stayed exactly where it was, anchored, inside the window. I shut the living room lights off. Dark glass, no reflection, no face. I slept with the hallway light on. The next morning I checked the yard. No footprints, no disturbed grass. Nothing that suggested someone had stood close enough to the window to create that illusion. I told myself it was an angle thing, light distortion, visual fatigue. I moved a lamp closer to the couch so the reflection wouldn't be so sharp. That night the face was clearer, closer. Its expression hadn't changed. No smile, no anger, just observation. And its skin, too smooth, like stretched fabric. I tested something. Without turning around, I raised my hand slowly. My reflection followed. The face did not. It stayed perfectly still. Then, after a 2-second delay, it raised its hand too. Not mirroring, copying, a beat too late. That's when I realized something terrifying. It wasn't reflecting me. It was studying me. I stopped sitting in the living room after dark. Problem solved, right? Except reflections exist everywhere. Bathroom mirror, microwave door, black TV screen. It didn't appear in every reflection. Just the living room window. Just that pane of glass. Like it was attached to it. 3 nights later I heard tapping. Soft, deliberate, from the window. I forced myself to look. The face was closer than ever, so close its features distorted against the glass. But the tapping wasn't coming from outside. It was coming from inside the window, like fingers drumming against the interior surface, trying to push through. I called my neighbor the next day. Casual tone. Hey, weird question. Has anyone ever stood near my living room window at night? Silence, then, you see it too. Not a question, a statement. My throat went dry. He didn't elaborate, just told me to keep my lights off at night. Reflections make it stronger, he said. Stronger, not clearer, stronger. That night I did the opposite. Every light on, house glowing. I stood directly in front of the window. Who are you? I whispered. The face didn't react. Then slowly, its lips moved. Not in sync with mine. It wasn't responding, it was speaking. I couldn't hear it, but I could read it. Switch. The lights flickered, just once. When they steadied, the face was smiling. Wider than a human mouth should stretch. Not joyful, victorious. I stopped sleeping, kept curtains drawn during the day, avoided the window entirely. But curiosity doesn't die quietly. It mutates. One afternoon, sunlight hit the glass at just the right angle. I saw it, even without interior lights. faint, waiting. Daylight didn't weaken it, it just made it patient. I set up a camera facing the window overnight. If this was stress-induced hallucination, I needed proof. In the morning, I watched the footage. From 12:13 a.m. onward, the window showed only my dark living room. At 2:47 a.m., the face appeared. Not fading in, not emerging from shadow, just there, like a frame had been skipped. It didn't move for hours. At 4:02 a.m., it leaned forward until its eyes filled the entire pane. Then the screen glitched. The rest of the recording corrupted. I unplugged every reflective surface I could, covered mirrors, turned TVs toward the wall, but the living room window remained, fixed, immovable, and each night it stood closer, 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 until one evening, its forehead pressed flat against the glass, and for the first time, it blinked. Not like a person, too slow, sideways. I backed away. My reflection did too. The face did not. Instead, it stepped forward. Not inside the room, inside the glass, like depth existed within it. The window wasn't a surface, it was a space, and something lived inside it. I don't know why I did it, but I reached out, slowly. My fingertips touched the glass, cold. Then, warmer, like skin. The surface rippled under my hand, and suddenly, my reflection didn't match my movement. It hesitated, just a fraction, then corrected, but the face was gone. That was worse, because now I didn't know where it was. That night I avoided the window completely. Around 3 a.m., I needed water. As I passed the dark TV screen, I saw myself, alone. Relief flooded me. Then, my reflection smiled. I wasn't smiling. I stumbled backward, hit the wall, looked again. Neutral expression, matching mine. I approached slowly and whispered, "Switch." The reflection's lips didn't move, but I heard it, behind me, soft, close. Switch. I understood then. It wasn't trapped in the window. It was using it, learning depth, learning delay, learning how to move like me. Every night it got closer. Every night the timing gap shortened, until one day there would be no delay at all. I tried leaving, packed a bag, walked toward the door. As I passed the window, I saw the room reflected. But I wasn't in it. The face was, standing where I should be, looking out, through me. I don't remember deciding to turn back. I just did. I stood in front of the window. The face stood opposite me. For the first time, perfect synchronization. I raised my hand. It raised its. At the exact same time. No delay, no hesitation. It mouthed one word. Ready. The lights flickered. Every bulb exploded. Darkness swallowed the room. And in that pitch-black silence, I felt something step forward. Through me, not past me. Through. Like cold smoke filling my lungs. My thoughts stuttered. My body felt distant, like watching from slightly behind my own eyes. When the lights returned, the window showed one figure, standing still, perfect posture, calm expression. It smiled, and this time, the smile was mine. If you drive down Alder Street at night and see a house glowing softly from within, don't wave at the person standing in the window. It might wave back, perfectly in sync. And if your reflection ever hesitates, even for a second, don't say switch, because it's not trying to get in, it's trying to get out, and it only needs one perfect mirror.